15 future technology ideas about to change our world. The future is coming, and sooner than you think. These emerging technologies will change the way we live, how we look after our bodies, and help us avert a climate disaster. 1. Lab-made dairy products. You've heard of cultured meat and Wagyu steaks grown cell by cell in a laboratory, but what about other animal-based foodstuffs? A growing number of biotech companies around the world are investigating lab-made dairy, including milk, ice cream, cheese, and eggs. And more than one think they've cracked it. Beyond that, researchers are working on lab-produced mozzarella that melts perfectly on top of a pizza, as well as other cheeses and ice cream. 2. Digital twins that track your health. A US company has built a scanner that will measure hundreds of biomarkers in around an hour, from hormone levels to the fat building up in your liver to the markers of inflammation or any number of cancers. It intends to use this data to produce a 3D digital avatar of a patient's body, known as a digital twin, that can be tracked over time and updated with each new scan. 3. Green funerals. Most alternative ways of disposing of our bodies after death are not based on new technology. They're just waiting for societal acceptance to catch up. Another example is alkaline hydrolysis, which involves breaking the body down into its chemical components over a 6-hour process in a pressurized chamber. It's legal in a number of US states and uses fewer emissions compared with more traditional methods. 4. Artificial eyes. Bionic eyes have been a mainstay of science fiction for decades, but now real-world research is beginning to catch up with far-sighted storytellers. A raft of technologies is coming to market that restore sight to people with different kinds of vision impairment. Researchers at Monash University in Australia are working on trials for a system whereby users wear a pair of glasses fitted with a camera. This sends data directly to the implant, which sits on the surface of the brain and gives the user a rudimentary sense of sight. 5. Airports for drones and flying taxis. Our congested cities are in desperate need of a breather, and relief may come from the air as opposed to the roads. Plans for a different kind of transport hub, one for delivery drones and electric air taxis, are becoming a reality, with the first urban airport receiving funding from the UK government. 6. Floating farms. A single smart floating farm measuring 350 by 200 meters would produce an estimated 8.1 tons of vegetables and 1.7 tons of fish a year. The units are designed to bolt together, which is handy since we'll need a lot of them. Dubai, for instance, imports 11,000 tons of fruit and veg every day. 7. Artificial neurons on silicon chips. Scientists have found a way to attach artificial neurons onto silicon chips, mimicking the neurons in our nervous system and copying their electrical properties. Researchers hope their work could be used in medical implants to treat conditions such as heart failure and Alzheimer's, as it requires so little power. 8. Self-driving trucks. Companies like Mercedes and Peloton are already exploring these possibilities, and if the promised gains materialize, freight companies could upgrade entire fleets overnight. On the downside, it could put drivers instantly out of work, and even staff at the truck stops set up to service them, but many companies have said the trucks will still need a human passenger to ensure their cargo is safe. 9. Car batteries that charge in 10 minutes. Battery designs are coming up with self-heating, using a thin nickel foil which creates an electrical circuit that heats in less than 30 seconds to warm the inside of the battery. The rapid cooling that would be needed after the battery is charged would be done using the cooling system designed into the car. The study, published in the journal Joule, showed they could fully charge an electrical vehicle in 10 minutes. 10. The AI scientist. Although humans still need to feed the AI with information, the machine in some experiments was able to create a new, abstract theory independently, a huge step towards the development of a conscious computer, and potentially a landmark step in the way we carry out research. 11. Drowned forest fires and sound. Forest fires could one day be dealt with by drones that would direct loud noises at the trees below. Since sound is made up of pressure waves, it can be used to disrupt the air surrounding a fire, essentially cutting off the supply of oxygen to the fuel. At the right frequency, the fire simply dies out, as researchers at George Mason University in Virginia recently demonstrated with their sonic extinguisher. Apparently, bass frequencies work best. 12. Heart monitoring T-shirt. Using a single lead ECG printed into the fabric, this new T-shirt from smart materials company KYMIRA will accurately measure heartbeats and upload them to the cloud via Bluetooth. Once there, algorithms process the data to accurately detect irregular heartbeats such as arrhythmia heartbeats, which could prove life-saving. 13. Living robots. Tiny hybrid robots made using stem cells from frog embryos could one day be used to swim around human bodies to specific areas requiring medicine, or to gather microplastic in the oceans. 14. Self-healing, living concrete. Scientists have developed what they call living concrete by using sand, gel and bacteria. Researchers said this building material has structural load-bearing function, is capable of self-healing and is more environmentally friendly than concrete, which is the second most consumed material on Earth after water. 15. Sweat-powered smartwatches. Engineers at the University of Glasgow have developed a new type of flexible supercapacitor, which stores energy, replacing the electrolytes found in conventional batteries with sweat. It can be fully charged with as little as 20 microliters of fluid and is robust enough to survive 4,000 cycles of the types of flexes and bends it might encounter in use. The device works by coating polyester cellulose cloth in a thin layer of a polymer, which acts as the supercapacitor's electrode. As the cloth absorbs its wearer's sweat, the positive and negative ions in the sweat interact with the polymer surface, creating an electrochemical reaction which generates energy.